What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training. And today we're going to be breaking down how wide receivers can stop slipping at the top of the route and stop slipping on their cuts. We're looking at two of the exact same routes from Hunter Renfrow. He's going to be running an out route versus an outside leverage DB using a rocker step to threaten this DB to the inside, get him to jump off that platform and slip back out. So the first route he actually slips on, and then the second route is going to be one of the smoothest breaks that he's had all year. So we're going to talk about why he slips, how you guys can correct it, and how you guys can just get better at the top of the route. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to come out and get some work in with us, we're going to be traveling to 8 different cities for the rest of this offseason. We just got back from our Tampa, Florida camp. We had a great turnout with you guys. Now we're going to be traveling to Houston, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Newark, New Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, and Los Angeles, California. So if you guys are local to one of those 8 cities, want to come out and get some work in with us and want some more information on what we're going to be covering at those camps, check out that very first link in the description below. Let's get started with this video. So now, first things first here on this route, this is the one where he slips on, right? Now, the thing is, fellas, is that to have balance at the top of the break, you got to make sure that your cuts are underneath your frame and that your cuts do not reach outside of your frame, right? So when Renfrow gets to the top of this route, the cut that makes him slip is this first cut, right? Because he's stepping, he's trying to use a rocker step. So everybody knows that a rocker step, for example, like I'll draw it on the screen. So if we're going to be running an out route, and let's say the quarterback's over here, the receiver's over here, I could say this is the X maybe, and you're running this out route. Normally, you would break off of your right foot. A rocker step, you would go left and then right. So you'd go left, right, and then break off of the right foot. So in this case, Renfrow is going to be breaking off the right foot with his rocker step. So on this rocker step, so many guys at the top of the break, they already try to get out of the route too soon, and they cut, and when their foot hits the ground, their upper body's going a different way. Not only does this put a ton of stress on your knee, a ton of stress on your ankle, but when that cut is outside your frame, you're more likely to slip out because it's not underneath your shoulders, right? So what Renfrow should have done on this clip is bring the upper body with the cut. Bring that upper body with it rather than trying to sell the route too much to the inside, and that's why he slipped out of there. That's why he stumbled, because when you're trying to put that foot in the ground, you got to make sure that your upper body moves with that foot. If you don't move that upper body with the cut and you don't bring it with you, you're going to be slipping, you're going to be outside of your frame, and that puts a ton of stress on your ankle, knee, Achilles, a lot of places that we don't want to have a lot of stress on. But again, he's lucky that he just slipped and did not injure himself, because especially with the injuries you see from Mechie this year and the injury that you saw the other night from name some Jameson Williams, where they're cutting outside their frame, they're putting a ton of pressure on their knee, and that knee just snaps, right? And we don't want that as a wide receiver, obviously, because we are running at such a high speed and cutting at such a fast pace that we have to make sure that that cut is staying inside my frame. I'm being explosive. I'm striking the ground properly so I don't slip, but also so I don't injure myself. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Renfrow selling the route, but we got to make sure that we are bringing my body with each cut so I have balance, I'm not slipping, and I take that pressure off my knee and my ankle. So now we got the same kind of coverage, right? Outside leverage. We got to run a 10-yard out. So let's look at this route from Renfrow now, and let's look at how he corrected his mistake. The body goes with each cut, and he did not slip on this thing. So let's talk about it. So when he makes that first cut to the outside, right? So now he's going to be going, he's got to run this 10-yard out. Normally, it would be just a break off of his right foot, but because it's a rocker step, he's going left, then right. So notice how when he makes that first cut, what goes with it? The body goes with the leg. He is not cutting and trying to get out of this route. That left foot is not in the grass, and his body is already selling to the inside. His body is going with the cut. This cut is inside of his frame. That's how you guys avoid a slip. That's how you guys avoid putting pressure on the knee, the ankle, the Achilles, all that stuff. You bring your upper body with the cut. And when you guys can do that, this is a balanced position. Now he can actually push off of this cut and bring his body with the second cut, right? Now he's actually turning the upper half. His hip is going with this cut. He's actually selling the route as well. When you guys move your body, not only does that give you more balance at the top of the break, but that also helps you sell the route more, because when you guys run an actual route, where does your body go? Your body goes with the cut. When you're trying, what's a DB supposed to be watching in man coverage? He's supposed to be watching those hips, looking at that number. So when your body moves, not only will you have more balance, you won't be more susceptible to a slip at the top of the break, you will also be selling the route more. Okay, and this is a perfect example of that from Hunter Renfrow. This is a perfect example of how you guys can correct those cuts at the top of the break. And this does not only apply, fellas, for a rocker step. If I'm running a post route, maybe a corner route, and I'm just cutting off of one leg, I cannot reach outside my frame. That's going to cause a slip. I can't try to cut and already be turning my upper half. That's going to cause a slip. We have to make sure that wherever you are cutting, it is inside your frame. Your upper body is moving with it, even off the line. You're off the line of scrimmage, and let's say he's trying to throw like just a crossover move off the line, your body has to go with the move. Your body has to go to the second move. You have to make sure that we are making these cuts inside my frame to avoid that slippage. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Renfrow correcting that mistake, body going with the cut, getting that DB to jump, and then making this play on this out route. Great overall route. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I always appreciate the feedback. Always great to hear from you guys. And again, fellas, if you guys are local to one of the 8 cities that we are going to be traveling to the rest of this off season, it's going to be small numbers at these camps, fellas, only 10 to 12 guys per position group, per age group. Like I said, we just got back from Tampa, Florida. Great turnout in Tampa, Florida. So if you guys showed up to that, I really want to thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it. And again, 10 to 12 guys per camp, fellas. It's going to be small. We're going to actually coach you. We have you for 2 whole days, so you're going to get a lot better, get a lot of reps in, live one-on-ones. Then we're going to be doing positional work for 2 whole days. So check out that very first link in the description below. Hope you guys can check it out, see some more information about our camps. I'll see you guys next time.